Welcome back to the Unschooling Mom to Mom podcast. I'm Sue Patterson, and I want to pop in here to give you a little mini pep talk. You can always get more support from me in the membership group or through guides and courses. I'll have those linked in the show notes. But today I want to focus on gratitude. The world may have all kinds of things going sideways, but you get to control how you handle it. And equally important, you are the compass for your kids. How you're reacting will set the pace. I have a couple of past podcasts about gratitude, and I'd like you to go listen to them. Maybe this week you can plan to listen to this one and another one on Wednesday and another one on Friday. Or if you have 30 minutes, you can crank out all three. I'll put this transcript at the blog so you can refer back to it. You can put it in your calendar and schedule a time to immerse yourself. And here's why. When we're opting for this unschooling route, there's no conveyor belt moving us along. We have to do that for ourselves. And that's not something most of us are really good at yet. We've grown up with other people telling us what to do, where to step, when to be there. So sometimes it turns into just going from putting out one fire to another and then recovering from that squeaky wheel thing. Our days can sometimes feel like that, and I get it. Mine felt like that a lot of the time too. But learning how to be intentional with pieces of our day, that's what I want to help you do. You still are going to have to put out those fires, but if you can carve out 15 minutes for this, you will see a difference in your own attitude, your own reactions to the inevitable problems that are going to pop up. And if you show your kids how to do this too, they'll develop a skill that you didn't learn as a kid. So where would you fit it in your day? You wouldn't have to have a fancy journal, even though that's usually the most recommended thing if you Google gratitude practice. They want you to start a gratitude journal. But we're not all writers. We're not all journal people. Maybe you just need to have something to remind you to think about something you're grateful for, something that went well. Maybe you grab a hair scrunchie and put it on your wrist, and then when you look at it, you can look around. What's good? What's happening right now that's going well? The heat running, food in the fridge, Wi-Fi still strong, you found the phone charger. Challenge yourself to think of 3 things every time you look down at that scrunchie on your wrist. Not only will this help you develop a gratitude practice, but you're refocusing on the present moment. No regrets about the past decisions, no fear about the future, the here and now. And that's what you're focusing on. You can even set alarms on your phone to pop up 3 times a day with a "what's good right now" message. My coaching group met this morning and we talked about even using a whiteboard for gratitude, just random notes written graffiti style up there. Or maybe you could stick Post-it notes on a bulletin board or just on the wall and the kids could add to it. Another person in our group uses a big bay window and washable markers to make it interesting for the kids and be right there reminding you. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It could be things like big fluffy clouds against that blue sky, or autumn leaf changes, or the golden sunlight in the evenings. Maybe it's gratitude for a pet, or for warm cookies, or for hair detangler. Oh no, that's kind of random. I was just remembering when my daughter was 7 and we had a terrible time with her hair. I love that hair detangler. Another thing we talked about on a call was something I reminded myself when I was looking at those past podcasts about gratitude. There's a video at the bottom of one of the pages where she talks about those nightly conversations of gratitude. And I was thinking about my grandson who often forgets the good things that happen during the day. So if I say, "What went right today?" I get a blank stare or "not much." You may have kids like that too. For some kids, that's a lot of pressure. And maybe they have a tendency to be a little more Eeyore-ish. So in that video I watched, she talked about helping the kids create a habit. So throughout the day, when something goes right, you can say, "Hey, let's remember this for tonight when we're thinking of our top 3 things that were good today." We can help them find those things so they can go to bed with a feeling of gratitude for their day. Maybe all week you're going to think about gratitude in little recurring spots in your day. They talk about creating new habits that way, pairing it with something you always do. So you think about gratitude while you have your coffee or while you're in the shower. Maybe you put a post-it note on the mirror that says shampoo/gratitude as a reminder. Or when you're waiting to pick someone up from somewhere. Maybe you could use a washable marker and put gratitude question mark in little letters on your rearview mirror or hang a post-it note off of that. And since this is Unschooling Mom to Mom, I want to give you some reasons you can be grateful as an unschooler. Grateful that it's legal to do this, or if you're in a country where it's not legal, that you found a way. Grateful that you get to be with your kids and help them to develop into who they were meant to be, that they get to pursue their curiosities and see them as valuable, that they get to skip all the conditioning to become a people pleaser or passively waiting for information to be fed to them. They can learn to be resource finders and move deeper into it or skip around dabbling until something piques their fancy. But they can learn how they like to learn best and that sometimes we do things differently from other people. And it's okay. Maybe we're grateful to be able to sleep when our body says we need it or adjust our day to our energy level and not to the requirements of some system. Maybe we're grateful that we found another way, a way that could be truly individualized for the people in your family, a way that didn't duplicate school or school at home homeschooling, a way where we could prioritize our relationship with our kids and help them learn to navigate the world. Yeah, lots to be grateful for, right? So don't stop with just listening to this one podcast. Think about how you can remind yourself to be grateful just a little every day. Go to the blog post where you're going to find this transcript, as well as links to the other podcasts I have with ideas and specifics about gratitude. There's a gratitude unschooling guide you could get that's filled with fun activities I found for you to do with the kids, all centering around gratitude. And if you want more hand-holding, I have a gratitude challenge that lives in the private portal of the membership group. It's 15 days of some little thing to focus on. It's all about creating new habits, right? So enjoy your week with the kids, and I'll be back again next week. Happy unschooling.